Hey, what's up, you guys? Your girl Valentina. Welcome back to my channel. And I look like a freaking look at those people that work at resorts that you go on vacation to. Welcome to our hotel. Welcome to the island. That's how I feel like I look like with this shirt. But this is a cute shirt, though. This is a cute shirt. It's very summery. Prepare for the summer. We have to stay inside the house. This kind of sucks. This kind of sucks. For my last video, I was doing a little bit of rambling on and off, on and off. But if you got to the ending, I said that I was gonna come back with another video and talk to you guys. Well, basically have a little story time with you guys about my prom. Because right now, there's a lot of kids that are depressed and sad and upset that they can't go to prom this year because of due to the virus. So this is kind of it's a little bit much. I know for some people prom is whatever, and it's just a dance, and you just get you just dress up and whatever. For some people it's just not a big deal. For me, it's not that much of a big deal, but it's part of my high school experience. Even though I hated high school, not for the curriculum or the learning, just the people there. And then now that I'm thinking about it, what if I was the problem? I was never a negative Nancy in school. I had friends in school that I always chilled with, and then we laughed, we joked, we had good times. There were good moments. Here's my thing: there were good moments in all my aspects in school, but I was just so ready to get out of school. I was just so ready to get out. I was just ready to get out of school. Like I didn't feel like being contained. I think that's what it was. I'm such a free spirit. When I went to school, I felt contained. And when you're in school, sometimes you're pressured into becoming a different person than you really are. So maybe that's what it was. Because during all my years of school, I would see people try to transition themselves into different people that they hung out with just to fit with the crew. And it almost happened to me. One time it almost happened to me. And after that, I said, this would never be me again. I would never let myself beg to be somebody's friend, So that's just my history about it. So I went a little bit off course with things. Let me get to the story. So basically, for me, prom, I was just like, a part, just part of your high school experience. I like to have experience just to see how things feel, how things are and stuff like that. So right now, I know a lot of kids out there hurt because they probably have plans for their dresses, their suits, the cars, the entrance, all these little grand things they do. They're doing a lot more than what they did when I graduated high school, and I wish I could redo it all over again. For what I know now, I wish I could redo everything over again for my prom. But that's okay. That was my time. This is their time. Okay? This is their time now. But yeah, I feel sorry for you guys. Hopefully you guys, do something where you guys can plan something like that. That'd be really nice. That'd be really nice if you guys, plan a prom and stuff. Ooh, that would be really nice. If you guys come together and then plan a prom, and then you guys rent out somewhere, you still get your dressed up, you guys set up a date and stuff like that. That'd be really nice. That'd be really nice. If you heard this, you better make sure that you post me on your video. Okay? Please post me so everybody know where you got your ideas from. Don't steal it. Remember where you got it from. But anyways, so for my prom, I graduated my prom was in the year 2012. So I graduated 2012. My prom, I want to say it was in May, because I think that's when usually prom hits May. Yeah, it wouldn't be April. It was in May. It was in May. And then graduation was in June or something like that. So my prom was in the month of May in 2012. So my prom story has some funny parts and it's kind of sad. But that's just how things go in life. In the beginning, so I want to say maybe early April, or this just said the month of April. Month of April, people are starting, getting more in tune because like prom is coming up. So everybody's, making sure like their dress is on point, that, their dress is on point. They have everything set up. The whole prom queen, prom king, who they're gonna pick, all that stuff. And I didn't have a date yet for prom and stuff. In high school, I want to say at the ending, I did have like somewhat of a boyfriend in high school. I wouldn't really confirm that was a relationship. That was naive and young, and that was high school. I don't really consider relationships in high school real. So I was involved with somebody in high school, but then it ended. And then later on, you saw everybody else have their little, the little boyfriend, their little girlfriend, and then you just out here single, lonely, and you looking for love, even though it was never real love during that time. So I was just desperate for anybody. I was desperate to catch anybody's attention. And then so there was this new kid that came in, and then for some reason in my mind, I built up a crush for him and stuff, and thought that something would happen. And nothing didn't happen. But I'll say that for later on in the story. And then so, so it got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm just going to be by myself at prom. I'm not going to have a date. It's just going to be me, myself, and I, and my friends. My friends, I think they had dates. My friends, yeah, both my friends, they had dates. So one of my friends, they had a boyfriend already. And then one of my other friends, their prom date was the guy I used to go out with earlier in the school year. But during that time, he pissed me off so bad that I didn't even care to know that that's who she went to prom with. I didn't even care because I did not care for him. He did some shady stuff that I did not like. So I was just like, fuck that shit, whatever. So it just was in the back of my mind. I really didn't care. I really did not care. I could be remembering this wrong, but I'm pretty sure she went out with him. Other than that, so I was just like, because everybody kept asking me like, oh, do you have a date? And I was like, no. Look at me. Does it look like I have a date? Does it look like I would have a date? And then so my mom, she would ask me, and I'll be like, no. And she would look at me like, what's wrong with me? Like, do guys like you? And I'm just like, maybe not. And, so it got to a point where I really didn't care. I just wanted to go to prom. I just wanted to have fun with my friends, dance a little bit, and then go home. Then, at that point. So I want to say getting to late April, maybe early May, because prom was like on May 20th, I think it was May 20th. So, getting later on into the months and stuff like that, I think maybe it was like 2 weeks before prom, or maybe, I want to say maybe 3 weeks before prom. The new guy that came to school that I had a semi-crush with, and I got over it, but I'm like, okay, nothing's going to happen between me and this guy. He asked me on a prom date after this other girl asked him to be his prom date. I don't know what really happened. I can't remember what happened in the situation, but then that's when they no longer were prom dates, and he asked me to be his prom date. And I was just like, you're just asking me because you have nobody else to ask, and I'm just sloppy. I'm just like seconds, like I'm second choice and stuff. And then he was like, oh no, don't act like that. At that point, we already knew each other. So, we always kid and joke around, stuff like that. At that point, he knew my name, I know his name. We had like mutual conversations, stuff like that. So I was, I could talk like that to him. So I was like, no, you just want me because like you have nobody else to go with right now. I'm second choice. And he was like, no, don't act like that. And then he just like, well, he was like, now that, I pick you and stuff. I was just like, whatever. I do need a date. So that's why I'm going to go with you. And then oh my gosh. I was like, I do need a date, whatever. So this is cool and whatnot. But you know how, like, for people that went to prom, you know how when you go take pictures of your prom date, oh my gosh, he fucked up that picture. When I tell you he fucked up my prom picture, he looked so ugly in that picture. If I knew that's how he was looking behind me, I was just like, no, sir. Let me take this one by myself. Please let me take this by myself. But that's besides the point. So for prom, my mom, I'm her only child and stuff like that. So she, being an only child, your parent is going to be very overprotective. And plus, is just my mom. My dad passed away when I was 10 years old, so she's been raising me this whole entire time. And so being her only child, and plus I'm a girl, and plus I'm Haitian, it brings a lot of stress. So she was very concerned and very overprotective of the situation, which is understandable. Of course, you know, my mom, you want me to be safe, stuff like that. And then stuff like that. So she offered that she rent a limo for us to go to prom. But then we already made plans already that me and my date, a friend of ours, and his date, we're gonna drive with them because you know they had an SUV. Well, he has an SUV, and then we were all just gonna ride together. So my mom would drop me off at their house, and then we would ride off together. That was the plan. My mom didn't really like that. She was very upset with me about that decision that I made because she really wanted to rent the limo to make sure that everything was safe, and then, you know, I was okay and whatever and blah blah. Me being a teenager and me being want to be my own person, I was just like, no, we just, you know, let's just, no, it's okay. I just want to do this, like, limit this decision because, you know, growing up, you want to make your own decision, you want to make your own experience. Parents, they want to save you from that experience because they know what would happen. That's understandable. But sometimes you have to let your children fall down till they break their ankle to understand something. And that's how I felt that I need to learn, you know. Even if my experience would have went well or if it went bad, I still went with my decision. And you know, even though I could have went that route with her and I would have been safe, that's just that route. But I chose to do something that I thought was, I don't want to say beneficial, but I chose a route where I could be an individual, you know, and just hang out with the people that I want to hang out with and go with the flow with everything, I guess. I don't know. But blase. So, you know, she dropped me off at the people's house. We took pictures and then after that we drove to prom. So as we're driving to prom and stuff like that, the drive had been like a good, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes or something. Maybe like a good 30 minutes, I'm gonna say. But as we were driving to prom, I could tell there was something wrong with the car. Because when he was driving, the car was swivel and then he wasn't turning, he was just going straight. And then so I think my date pointed that out and asked, like, you know, is everything okay? And he was like, oh yeah. This is just from what I remember. I'm not saying nothing from verbatim. This is just from what I remembered. Like what I think, not what I think happened, but from what just the scenario was basically. So, you know, ask him like, you know, how's the car? And then he would say, oh, it's all right. Just like something's wrong with the alignment or something like that. So in the back of my mind, I was just like, okay, I really hope we do make it safe, but whatever. It just went behind my head. So we got to prom, and then, you know, everybody's saying what's up to each other, blah, 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 taking pictures, you know, we meet up with everybody. And, oh, I forgot to mention this. So for my prom dress, I still have my prom dress to this day. My prom dress, I'm so sorry, I should have said this in the beginning of the story. I'm so sorry. My prom dress is like a pinkish coral colored dress. Very beautiful silhouette. It still fits me, surprisingly. Actually, it's a little bit bigger on me, actually. But it still fits, it zips up and stuff like that. But the day of prom, I got my period. I got my period on the day of prom. I was like, great. What else? So I had got my period the day of prom. So I was supposed to wear particular underwear with this dress because if I wore anything else, my panty line would have shown. So I was just like, damn, how am I gonna do this? And so I had to improvise and do a little trick down there to make sure I didn't bleed through the dress, okay? So so I had to do like a little makeshift or whatever. I had to put like wrap the pad around. I don't know what the fuck I did, but I did something down there to make sure I did not bleed through that dress. So when we did get in the car, I had to sit in a certain position where I was like sitting on my hip low key. Like I had to cross my legs to make sure my butt was lifted up and stuff. Thank God it was dark. Nobody really saw how I was sitting, so there was no questions asked. So when we got to so we got to prom, you know, everyone said hi to each other, blah 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 blah. So we got into the venue, and then we found a table to sit at. So here I am, I'm sitting, looking cute, saying hi to all that stuff, okay? And so one of my friends or somebody was like, "Oh, let's go dance." I was like, "Okay." So I got up. I'm walking, you know, thinking I'm cute, showing my dress, got my hair up and a little up, doing a little bun, you know. And then there was like Eviana. What they called me Eviana back then because nobody really knew how to say my name, so they just called me Eviana. Whatever, I didn't really care. So I was like, Eviana, Eviana. And I turned back and then there was like, your dress. I was just like, oh my gosh. I looked down. No, not looked down. I looked back. I saw that stain of blood on the back of my dress. I was like, Lord, please, not right now. So I had to run to the bathroom. I had to hurry up and then just like rinse it out because it's fresh. It's not dried, so it's still fresh. I had to like scrub. Like I had to scrub it. I had to scrub that blood out of that dress fast. Cause I'm like, nobody can see this right now. Nobody can know this happened right now. The only people that saw that shit, thank God it was just them people. I was just like, thank God it was just them. So I think one of them came in the bathroom with me and then try to help me clean it and stuff like that. And I told them, you know, it's okay. I got it. Go back outside and then, you know, go have fun, stuff like that. Because I don't want to ruin somebody else's experience, wasting their time helping me clean blood off my dress during prom. Like, no, go have fun. I'll deal with this and stuff. So I'm in the bathroom for like a good 20 minutes, I want to say, just trying to scrub out this blood, blow dry it with paper towels to make sure there's no like a wet spot stain. I'm over here like wrapping toilet paper, and then I had a tampon in my bra, I think. So I put a tampon in. I'm trying to wrap up toilet paper and all this stuff to like help, you know, secure the area and things like that, because I didn't have regular underwear. I had a thong on, so it's just like, so I was really risking it all, to be honest. So I made sure I was really packed down there. And so I went back to the dance floor. And then I felt bad for my date, who was like, where were you? I was looking for you and stuff like that. I was just like, I'm sorry, I was in the bathroom. But I didn't tell him what happened though. I was in the bathroom. So the whole prom night, you know, we're dancing, we're chilling, we grooving, you know, you know, having a good time and stuff. Then it came to a point where, you know, it's time to go home, prom's over, blase. And then, you know, with any prom, there people want to do things after. People want to chill, hang out, do this, do that. So after prom, some people brought clothes to change. I didn't know that was a whole deal of it, but I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I just brought whatever I had on and stuff. So everybody met at this 7-Eleven. Everybody at the 7-Eleven, people chilling, people hanging out and stuff like that. Blase. No. Actually, we went to Denny's. We went to Denny's first. We ate a little bit. I went to use the bathroom. I left my phone in the bathroom stall on top of where the toilet paper thing is. And when I went back to the table, I saw that I didn't have my phone on me. I didn't have my phone on me. And plus my phone had my money in it. So I had to run to the bathroom because after I left the bathroom, there was this little homeless lady that came inside the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, my phone was there, but that heifer took my money. She done took my money. I forgot how much money it was, but she took my money. I was just like, oh, great. Oh, brother. So that was that. But my date paid for my meal and stuff like that, so I was grateful for that. And then so after that, everybody wanted to go meet at the 7-Eleven. So everybody met up at a 7-Eleven and chilled for a little bit, hanged out, talked, blase. I went back in the car because I was just done for the night and stuff. Like the people that was there, like I knew them, but I didn't really know them, so I'm not gonna stand and hang out with you and stuff and talk about what, you know. So that was that. And then my date saw that I went to the car and so he just checked up on me, made sure I was okay, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine, blah blah blah. So finally we all decided to go back home. So as we're driving back home, I fell asleep in the car. At that point, it was just me, my date, our friend. He dropped off his date a long time ago. Um, yeah, so he dropped off his date, and then there was two other people that came with us after prom. So it was all five of us in the car. Yeah, it was all five of us in the car. I was in the passenger seat. Our friend, he was a driver. My date was in the middle, and the the two couples were in the back of the SUV and stuff. So we were driving home and stuff like that. I fell asleep, and stupidly of me, I didn't have my seatbelt on. So as we were driving, I remember I was waking up a little bit, and I guess I woke up from either a noise from somebody, or I woke up because of the force of the car. But basically, all I remember was that he was turning, and I remember these little rods that be like I don't know if like you ever seen like in the highway or stuff like that. These little skinny rods on the highway and stuff. So I saw that, and then he was turning, and that's all I remember. And after that, everything just went black. So basically, something happened to the car where I think he was trying to make a turn, or he missed the turn, and he tried to go back. And then, due to the fact that the car alignment was really off, like he swerved more than he should have, I guess. And we crashed into this glass building, or I think it was either like a glass building or a furniture store. But I remember this is something about a glass building. So we crashed into the glass building. The time when I woke up was when I was in the ambulance. I woke up in the ambulance, and I passed out again. And I woke up again inside the hospital, and I passed out again. But when I woke up in the hospital, one of the people that was in the car with us, I heard them calling their name and telling them, "You need to stop moving, you need to stop moving, or you're gonna paralyze yourself." And I was just like, in my mind, waking up around that, I'm just like, what the hell happened? Like, I'm over here crying because I'm like, what happened? I don't understand what's going on. I'm just like waking up here. I'm in pain. Like, what the hell is going on right now? And then so I passed out. I woke up again. In tears because I'm still trying to figure out what the hell happened. And then I looked around, and then I see my mom, my aunt's there. And then my mom, she's over here complaining about me, by saying that, oh, I told her she shouldn't do that. I told her to get the limo. I told her something like this was gonna happen. I'm just like, in my mind, I'm just like, I really don't need to hear this right now. Like, do you really honestly think this is what your daughter that just got in a car accident needs to hear right now? But that's just a typical Haitian parent for you, okay? So, she was just like upset with me, and just like, she was like, I knew something like this was gonna happen, and just a whole bunch of shit. So at that time, I got discharged that same day. I was not even in the hospital for that long, to be honest. They did like an MRI on me, and then they saw that I have like a little, like the wingy part on your spinal cord. One of them is bent in my back, and they told me like there's nothing they could do for me. The only thing I could do was just be in bed rest. I had got a scratch on my leg and stuff, and then they just sent me home and told me I had to be on bed rest and stuff. Now, so out of all five of us, I guess I had permanent damage, I guess, to myself, because they couldn't do nothing for me. My date and the driver, they were okay. They were okay. Nothing bad happened to them. The two couples that were in the car, one of them was a girl. She had to stay in the hospital because she had a lot more damage than me. The guy that was there too, he had to get it was like leg surgery. I remember he had to get leg surgery and stuff. But after I went home, I went to sleep, and oh, the pain was so unbearable. The pain was so bad. It was so freaking bad. But I couldn't go to school like that. I couldn't go to school. I lost my glasses were gone. I was blind. I had no glasses, couldn't see. But I had to take my exams. I had to take my final exams for school. But thank God my science teacher, she let me, was it my science teacher? I think it was my biology teacher. She was my science teacher, my biology teacher. She let me, she waived my exam form. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, because I would have failed that shit. She let me waive. She told me, don't worry about it. It's okay. So I think I had only take like my math and my English final exam. I think I remember it was the math I had to take, but I forgot about the English. So I had to do those, and then I had to drive there blind. I don't know how I did it, but I drove there without my glasses and stuff. Now I have contacts. I had to drive there without, my glasses and stuff. But it was like that car accident was really traumatic to me because I didn't want to leave the house at a certain point. Like, if my mom would have been like, if my mom was like, oh, she would try to get me out the house, make me feel comfortable with things again, and I'll be like, oh no, I'll just stay home and stuff. They would like, my mom and my cousins really had to like force me out the house to go do things. But if it like, say the time that I was driving to school, like I was panicking a lot during that time because one, I didn't have my glasses, and two, I was in a car. I think that's what my problem was. I was really scared to get back in a car again because of the accident. And it got to a point where I didn't even want to be on the highway. Like if I were on the highway, I would have a panic attack. And the first time that I finally got on the highway was when the first time I officially been on the highway had to been when I was 24, and I'm 26 now. So when I was 24, I officially started going on the highway, and the first couple of times I screamed, that merging lane, people be going fast on that thing. That would freak me out. But it was really traumatic. So I can say that it was a very, strong learning experience for me. It's not saying that it's not saying that, oh, when your parent says no to something, you can't do it. It's just you really have to look at the situation in a smarter way. You have to look at everything situation. When I was in that car and I saw that the alignment was off in that car, that should have been my red flag right there. That I should have rode with my friend that went to that was at prom. That I should have rode back home with her instead of continuing this day with them. So it's just like you make your own decisions in life. You make your own choices. You choose what path you want to go to. There's so many options. There's so many scenarios that you can go through, but you need to know which way is right. When you get those flags, you really need to look at them. You really need to pay attention to them, because if you just block them and just continue doing what you're doing, you're going to get messed up. And that's what happened to me. I ignored a red flag that I shouldn't have. I could have got home earlier than expected, and I could have got home with an undamaged spinal cord. I won't say all of that, but I do have like a part of it that's bent and stuff. And then to this day, I can't sit down for a long time. I can't stand up for a long time, or I would, I'll start getting some pain and stuff. And it's just crazy that I went through that, and then they went through that too. And so I felt bad for the guy that was driving, because he really thought he killed me and the other girl, because what they told me after, after everything, they told me how homicide had to be at the scene because they thought we were dead and stuff, because I went from the passenger seat to the middle of the car due to the fact that I didn't have a seatbelt on. So now when I get in the car, I make sure I have my seatbelt on. I make whoever's in the car with me, I make sure they have their seatbelt on, because you just never know what could happen. You never know what could happen. So I hope this story, helps you guys make wiser decisions in life and make sure to look at those factors. Sometimes it's hard, because when you're having a good time, you're having fun, and then you're going with the flow with everybody, you don't really pay attention to those things. But at the end of the day, you have to think of your safety and other people's safeties too. So you still gotta have your fun. Trust me, now to this day, I can go out, have the best time of my life. But once I see something's off, I'm going the other direction and continue to having fun. And that's just what it is. When there's time for me to go out places with my friends, sometimes I want to drive my own car, because I want to leave out when I want to leave half the time. But if it's going to be a group activity, and there's times I just go, my friend will just pick me up and, stuff like that. But when there's times where I know for a fact that I need to drive myself, I drive myself. But other than that, I'm okay from the accident. Even though it happened years ago, it still could affect people now to this day, but I got over everything. I can get on the highway now without screaming. So that's a proud achievement for me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I hope you guys learned from it. And this is just, you know, a little piece of me that you guys get. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.